episode 518 of 360 Wrestling Fanatic. I will be talking about tonight's WWE Monday Night RAW, the season premiere of Monday Night RAW, which features in the main event a match for the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships. All that and more right here, right now, 360 Wrestling Fanatic. Hey Wrestling Fanatics, welcome to this Monday night episode of 360 Wrestling Fanatic. Thank you everyone for tuning in tonight. And on this Monday night, gonna be talking about WWE Monday Night RAW. Not only that, but the season premiere of Monday Night RAW, which took place tonight. And let's get right into it. Talk about the season premiere of WWE Monday Night RAW, which was live from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. And our commentators tonight, Kevin Patrick filling in for Michael Cole and Wade Barrett. Michael Cole on Raw tonight. And so far, all I have seen is that a little while back that he did ask for some time or something off. So nothing major to report or anything. Just a night off for Michael Cole, which definitely does not happen very often. I definitely don't remember very many times Michael Cole, especially since he's been the main commentator for WWE after Jim Ross. Really don't remember him missing any time at all, either Raw or SmackDown, whichever show at the time he's on. So he definitely deserves at least one night off every once in a while. And Kevin Patrick filling in for him tonight with Wade Barrett. And tonight, in the main event of Raw, the Judgment Day get a rematch at the Undisputed Tag Team Championships. The American Nightmare Cody Rhodes and main event Jey Uso. And that is our main event on the season premiere of Raw tonight. And let's get right into the action. We have Shinsuke Nakamura and Ricochet in a Falls Count Anywhere match to kick things off. And I thought it was actually pretty good. I was actually quite entertained. Didn't really go the way I thought it would. I thought maybe Seth Rollins would get involved. They brawled to the back to the gorilla position. Ricochet did some impressive spots back there, and by the entrance walking up the Titantron and different things like that, which I even said this morning on Good Morning Wrestling Fans that we would probably see Ricochet do some pretty impressive spots like that during this one. And actually my first guess was right, what I said. And that was Shinsuke Nakamura getting the win, defeating Ricochet in this Falls Count Anywhere match. I thought this was a really good one. I definitely enjoyed this match, actually. I'll give it 3.5 out of 5 ring bells. Like I said, I really enjoyed this one. Now, I'm kind of thinking that this is probably the end of Nakamura versus Ricochet, but who knows? It kind of seems like this was the end anyway. And we have Piper Niven along with her tag team partner, the other half of the women's tag team champions, Chelsea Green, taking on Natalya Neidhart. And pretty good match here. Piper Niven victorious. I'll give this one 2.5 out of 5 ring bells. And we have Ludwig Kaiser defeating Johnny Gargano. And not a bad match. I'll give it 2 out of 5 ring bells. And Rhea Ripley and Shayna Baszler ends in a no contest when Nia Jax gets involved and other interference and shenanigans in this one. And then later on, it is announced by Adam Pearce, the Raw general manager now, that Rhea Ripley will be defending the Women's World Championship in a fatal 5-way match at Crown Jewel. And the Intercontinental Champion Gunther defeated Big Bronson Reed to retain the WWE Intercontinental Championship. Pretty good match here. I thought both of them were impressive in this one. Gunther gained the win to retain, which I thought was going to happen. I'll give this one 3 out of 5 ring bells. Really good match in my opinion. And in the back, we see the New Day with Chad Gable, Otis, the Alpha Academy. Actually, they were there first, doing some yoga and stuff with Maxine Dupree. And then the New Day comes in, and then they argue about who's going to face for the tag team championships. And Chad Gable, he talks about wanting the Intercontinental Championship from Gunther, but this was more of the comedy Chad Gable, more so making jokes about it, rather than a short time ago when they had that great match, when it was a more serious Chad Gable, who actually looked like he could have won the title at the time. And this was just too much comedy, I thought, for Chad Gable. And in that feud with Gunther, they made him look really strong, and he could actually beat Gunther one day for the title. But this Chad Gable that's just goofing around, joking, being silly backstage with Otis, I just really don't see him as a contender to Gunther's title. And then, like I said, the New Day came in. dancing, singing, and then we see Akira Tozawa in the back do a dance or something. And hard to think that this is the same Akira Tozawa that I saw in 2012 live here in Taylor, Michigan at Dragon Gate USA take on Johnny Gargano in the main event of the iPay-per-view Untouchable 2012. Definitely a big stretch, a big change from that Akira Tozawa to the one that is in WWE 2023. And I'd even, not as much of a drastic change, but I would even say there's a bit of a change to Johnny Gargano as well, to when he was the Dragon Gate USA champion at the time. And I remember that Untouchable 2012 iPay-per-view. Myself and, at the time, 360 Wrestling Fanatic co-host Tony were at that show here in Taylor at the Gibraltar Trade Center, and Gargano defeated Tozawa in a great match, great main event. And then after, he cut a promo, because at the time there were the rumors back then about him possibly leaving the Indies to sign with WWE, which at the time he did not, and he said he was staying on the Indies to help independent wrestling because that's what he loves. And of course, eventually he would sign with WWE, go to NXT, and now on Raw with Tommaso Ciampa. And I'm not saying it's the same as Tozawa. I'm not saying he's really fallen or anything that much, but I also would say definitely not the same Johnny Gargano back then in 2012. And now let's get back to Raw. The main event tonight for the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships, the Judgment Day, Damian Priest and Finn Balor with Dominic Mysterio in their corner take on the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes, and main event Jey Uso for the WWE Undisputed Tag Team Championships. And good main event here, I thought. And on the floor we see Damian Priest deliver the Razor's Edge to Cody Rhodes through the announce table. And then in the ring, we see Jimmy Uso from SmackDown interfere, attacking his brother Jey Uso, costing him, Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes, the tag team titles. So new, once again, undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions, the Judgment Day, Finn Balor, and Senior Money in the Bank, Damian Priest, along with NXT North American Champion Dominic Mysterio and the Women's World Champion Rhea Ripley. The Judgment Day once again holds all the power and the gold on Monday Night Raw, and is still Damian Priest, Senior Money in the Bank, still has possession of the briefcase. I have read that it could be a while before WWE does have Damian Priest cash that in. We will just have to wait and see for that. Also tonight on Raw, it was announced for Crown Jewel, the World Heavyweight Champion Seth freaking Rollins will be defending against Drew McIntyre. I think they could have a good main event. I'm not so sure if I really see McIntyre winning at Crown Jewel, but hey, I could be wrong. Like tonight, for example, I thought Rhodes and Uso were going to retain the tag team titles, but was wrong about that. I am definitely wrong quite a bit, and I admit it when I am wrong. So that was tonight's WWE Monday Night RAW season premiere. I thought it was an alright show. I wouldn't say it was anything really that great or special, but not bad. I'll give it 7 out of 10 ring bells overall as a show. And let's see. And don't really have a whole lot of news to talk about right now. And yes, we did see the first ever AEW TBS champion, Jade Cargill, on Raw tonight. And that is all for 360 Wrestling Fanatic tonight. Thank you everyone for tuning in. And tomorrow being Tuesday, I'm not sure if I will be having 360 Wrestling Fanatic talking about NXT or not. Who knows? Just stay tuned, just in case. Really not sure, but one thing is for sure, I will be back tomorrow morning for the Tuesday episode of Good Morning Wrestling Fans. So stay tuned for that. And also this Saturday, and yes, I got the right date this time. It is this Saturday, October 21st, Impact Wrestling Bound for Glory pay-per-view. And AEW Saturday Collision. I do plan on having a live episode this Saturday night. So listen to that if you can. And if you have any questions, comments, or if you want to leave your feedback and opinions on tonight's Monday Night Raw, you can in the comment section, either right here on Spreaker, YouTube, or whichever podcast app or website you listen to on. And that's all. I will talk to everyone tomorrow morning. Until then, I am Lance, and I am a wrestling fanatic.